Hey, what's up? Jerry Fetta here, owner, founder, and CEO of Wealth Dynamics, and part-time bodybuilder, amateur, I don't compete anymore, and fitness enthusiast. I want to actually give you a video today about fitness and health. So wealth is abundance and prosperity in all areas of life, which includes your health. I had a billionaire, in a book I was reading, teach me when I was in my early 20s, if you don't take care of your body, where are you going to live? Right? And he made a good point. It's like if you had a house, you wouldn't not maintain the roof. You wouldn't not clean the house. You wouldn't let the walls rot. You would take care of it. And so here's the crazy reality. Most people take better care of their home than they take care of their own body. Right? And the purpose of a home is for your body to live there. Right? And so I've really been into fitness because for me, like if I don't take care of that, for me, that's kind of like I'm going to be intense with you. That's treasonous. Like I have obligations with family. I need to be around for a while. I have clients that rely on me. I've got, partners. I've got people that care about me. I can't not be here. And when I'm here, it needs to be quality. They need to have the full me. So if I'm, unhealthy, if I'm lazy, I'm out of breath when I go up the stairs, or I'm always sick or whatever, I'm not really giving them the full me. Right? Not only that, not even about them, just with my own goals. I can't pursue my goals the way I need to if I've got poor energy, right? If I don't have mental toughness to stick through hard projects. And so this is for me where fitness comes in. And then it is also something I just enjoy. I like going to the gym. I like the challenge. I like the burn. I like seeing what I'm capable of. I like pushing my body harder, right? I also like eating well, right? Like in America, we have these diets of like processed food and really just garbage and shit that isn't good for us. And we get addicted to it and we think it's food. I have a friend that's French. We spend a lot of time eating, like good foods. And so I had to relearn how to eat dessert. Right? Believe it or not, like dessert here, it's loaded with sugar. In France, it's apparently not. Like they use quality ingredients. And so we have to retrain the way we think. And so when I first started doing the diet thing even, it was like, eating chicken that didn't have like breading on it. What is this? Or there was no, MSG on it. What is this? Or eating, beef, but it wasn't loaded with bacon, cheese, and mayonnaise. Like it was different and new, right? But just like with finances, same thing with earning more income, that's new. Not spending money on things we don't need, that's new. Putting ourselves on a forced savings plan, that's also new. So I want to give you a couple tips. If you're a follower of mine, I would be doing you an injustice if I didn't talk about how you can be healthy in this area of your life too, because it is a facet of wealth. Right? So here's the first thing. I'm going to give you a couple basic tips. I'm not going to teach you how to be a bodybuilder today. I want to give you some basics. The first thing is I want you to drink more water. Okay, this sounds like a basic one. Okay, how much? Like if you're a dude, try and drink a gallon a day. If you're a female, try and drink half a gallon or more. That's a simple basic one. If you can do that, what that does is it flushes your body out from the impurities you have, the garbage it needs to get rid of. It increases your hydration. And if you're gaining like a lot of weight, sometimes it is just water. Right? You drink more water, your body will actually let more water out, right? So that's a basic one you can do, and that's just as simple as always having some with you, right? Mine's full of reds and greens right now. We'll talk about that in a minute, but that's a basic thing you can do to be, more healthy and on track. The other one is I want you to eat 3 meals a day with 3 small snacks in between, okay? 3 meals a day with 3 small snacks in between. So if you do your meals, here's what your meals can look like. Do a plate. I want you to divide it into 3 categories, and I want you to pick a thing of meat. If you're a woman, pick one as big as your fist. If you're a male, pick one as big as your hand. That's lean meat. Okay, that's 1/3. Okay, the other third is going to be a complex carbohydrate. Again, if you're a female, pick a serving as big as your fist. If you're a male, pick one as big as your hand. That's your complex carbohydrate. That's your brown rice or, your pasta's semi-complex, maybe a sweet potato, something like that, right? Now, you want to stay away from sugar and white refined carbs. That means the Wonder Bread's got to go. Okay, the Doritos, no more of those, right? If it doesn't have a mother and it didn't come from the ground, probably don't eat it. That's another good rule. Okay, so you've got your meat, you've got your complex carbohydrate, and then the third one is going to be a vegetable. If you're a dude, vegetable is the size of your hand, boom, goes right on your plate, or fruit could work too. If you're a female, the size of your fist. Okay, that's a meal. Okay, a meal is not an entire pizza. It's not a number 4 on the menu with an extra side of fries. Like you have to look at your portion sizes. Okay, if you weigh 120 pounds and you want to keep weighing 120 pounds, you can't eat like someone that weighs 160 pounds or your body will weigh 160 pounds. If you're a dude that weighs 140 and you want to weigh 200 and gain muscle, you need to start eating like someone that weighs 200 pounds, right, to gain that muscle. So that's a basic. So you do something like that 3 times a day, right? These small snacks, these should be no bigger than the size of your fist, right, of all of it. So whether you're eating cheese or fruit or nuts or beef jerky or something like that, realize I'm not saying ho-hos, I'm not saying ding-dongs, I'm not saying a sub sandwich, I'm not saying tacos. Right? These are like whole raw foods you should be doing. 3 times a day, one the size of your fist. That's about half a cup. You eat some berries, you eat some nuts, you eat some cheese, you eat some meat, you eat some whatever. And you space that out in between those meals. Now, the first thing you're going to realize is this is a lot more food than you're used to eating at once. Right? Throughout the day, what most people do is they eat a very bad breakfast. They eat probably nothing for lunch or very little for lunch. Then they snack throughout the afternoon and they binge eat at dinner. And then they have dessert. Right? And so when you start spreading this out over the course of a day, you're going to be like, wow, that was a lot of breakfast. That was a lot for lunch. That was a lot for dinner. And when you start eating good foods, like you eat, this much chicken, you're not going to be that hungry after. You're going to have to work to eat. It's very easy to eat a bunch of carbohydrates and fats. It's harder to eat proteins and fibers and stuff. Okay? So that's one thing you can do there. Now, one thing I want to point out here is I talked about the nutrition first. That really is like the most important part. You give me one person and you say they're going to work out all day versus another person, they can't work out, all they can do is diet. I'm going to get better results with the person that can diet. Like that's the honest truth of the matter, right? The body is built in the kitchen, not in the gym. The body's torn down in the gym. So here's the workouts. Okay, I want you to work out with weights and I want you to do cardio that's fun for you, right? Actually weight train. Like people have this thing, I don't want to look like a bodybuilder. Okay, as a bodybuilder, let me say my piece here. Do you realize the amount of work that goes into looking like a bodybuilder? It's cute that you think it's accidentally going to happen. Okay, like I'll be honest with you, when I was bodybuilding, I took steroids to look the way I look. Right? I don't do that anymore, but I did. So the amount of like eating and diet and this and supplements and steroids and whatever that's done intentionally down to the last like ounce of rice you're going to eat with that meal, it's a lot of work to look that way. Right? So to think like I'm going to step in the gym and somehow I'm accidentally going to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, like it's a little bit crazy to think that someone would believe that could be the case. Okay, especially women. You're not going to look like a dude, I promise you. It's impossible. Unless you insert male hormones into your body, it's not going to happen. Okay, if you're a dude and you do want to look that way, you're going to have to go next level with it. That's the reality of the matter, right? So work out with weights. Okay, I want you to work on form, not just being heavy. If you're swaying your body and that's how you get injured, like learn form correctly. And then do cardio that's fun for you. Don't just stick on the treadmill. If you like to swim, swim. If you like to play basketball, play basketball. But be active daily. Right? Every single day, 7 days a week, you should be doing something for 30 minutes or more that actually exerts you. You sweat, you're panting, you're exhausting your body. Then when you go eat, you start using these nutrients. Okay? So if you did just those basics, I talk with finances about the triangle of wealth, earn, save, invest. That's before any products and services. That's before you do a sacred account. That's before anything. You could build a degree of wealth just by doing those 3 things. Okay? Same thing with fitness. Okay, you do the last element is the sleep, but you get enough of your actual like water and hydration. You get enough of your nutrition. You get enough sleep and exercise. Like you just do those things and you're going to be fine. Okay, you can add supplements in later, right? And then the sleep thing, like try and get 6 to 8 hours a night. Stay off your phone. Don't look at the white light screen before bed. It kills your melatonin. That's why you don't sleep. Like turn that thing down or off, right? So these are different things. Keep the room cold, keep it dark, make sure you've got, whatever noises you like to hear at night, that gives you better sleep. But this does matter, guys. So you're going to be seeing more content about this stuff. If you're interested in learning more about fitness and nutrition, some of the stuff I do, I am a Legionnaire with First Form. So there's a link down in the bottom of the video for First Form here. This is my bottle of reds and greens. This is fruits and vegetables in drinkable form. You can get things like vitamins, protein powders, like the stuff I actually use. It's the best quality out there. That's why I represent the brand. So check that out. I hope that this video mixes things up for you a bit, and I hope it inspires you to get in shape.